Oh, fish. Yeah, that steak's looking right. It's done. Guys, I'm back down here at the dam this morning on a low flow kind of morning. They're running 20,000 a day, which is workable, but you got to work really hard for fish when we're below 30,000 like we are today. Water temperatures are 58 degrees, 58.1 to be exact. Cooling water temperatures, the bumping season is winding down to a close, so I'm trying to milk the very last few ounces of enjoyment I can out of bumping. Say when the water temperature is cool, it tends to cool down the bumping bite. There's always fish up here. They're just not as active and feeding as heavy. But right now, the blues are still feeding up for winter. So there is a chance I will catch fish today and I will enjoy it. So guys, stick around and let's see if we can put a couple fish in the boat this morning for you. Thanks for watching. Fish on, guys, fish on. I was beginning to think there wasn't no fish here. What about that? Let's put her in north lock. Uh-oh. Man, battery's dead in the neck camera, guys. I had to deal with stern footage. Yep, I was beginning to think there wasn't no bumping bite. But these fish are slow, but they still here. 58-degree water temperature. Turn this trolling motor down a little bit. I'm betting my net's all the way at the front of the boat, ain't it? It's not a bad fish. That looks like a smoker to me, guys. Maybe I'm gonna take him home, smoky, if I get him in the boat. Well, mission accomplished, guys. I caught dinner. Well, he come right off, didn't he? He wasn't hooked very good at all. Hook popped right out of his mouth. Yeah, guys, that'll make a couple of good fillets, I'll tell you. Perfect size fillets to go on the grill. He's probably about 8 pounds or less. He's probably more like 5 pounds. Let's weigh him. Grab my trusty whisker seeker scales. You can find these at whiskerseeker.com. Use code Bobcat10 to save you 10% off, guys. And the grips I'm using are Size Matters Catfish. And yeah, he's about 9 pounds. He's under 10, so he's a perfect candidate for smoking, guys. I'm gonna put him in the cooler and take him home and get some fillets off of him. Throw on the smoker tonight, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the live well and let him swim around in there while I go catch another one. So he come on a whisker seeker rattle. It's a rattling float, got a EVA foam float on it. A little bit of rattle, still later down to about that's a 7/0 circle hook, I think. Smaller, lighter weight rig for smaller fish. A little smaller hook, smaller baits. Oh, fish. Fish on, guys. Yeah, there might be another one in this hole. He better hope he's bigger than 10 pounds. I'll eat him too. I'm fish hungry for smoked catfish, guys. I might even try some fried. Yes, sir. We out getting groceries today, guys. Put this on North Lock. Put it on North Lock. I don't think he's very big at all. Like I said, folks, I'm running some smaller baits, smaller hooks. I'm really looking for smaller to medium sized eater catfish when I'm trophy hunting. You know how I do it. Big baits, big fish. Not trophy hunting today. And I'm most certainly not catching trophies today either. That might be another candidate for the box, guys. I'm gonna get the net on him though, because I'm in current. Let's turn the trolling motor off. That way we can catch it with him. We'll get him over here to the boat. Put him in there with his brother. Yep, another little teener. I don't even think he'll go 10 pounds. We'll weigh him and see. We'll weigh him and see. Whisker seeker rig. Right to the corner of the mouth, guys. Let me turn the trolling motor back on. We're drifting towards the pylon. There's not a flow out. There's not a lot of flow out here, but there is some. We'll get about halfway in between these pylons, and there we'll cut it off. Grab my whisker seeker digital scale, and let's give him a well. I got to get him unhooked first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, he was just hooked right in the middle of right in the fleshy part of the jaw. I think he's under 10 pounds too, guys. Yep. 8. About 8 pounds. He's going in the box. I got me 2 eaters, guys. That's probably all I'll keep to eat. I don't really need no more than that. Getting them eaters, baby. Oh, fish, guys, fish. I thought I was hung in the rocks, and then this guy hit. Oh, man. Little old tiny piece of bait, guys. This ain't no big fish, I can tell you that. He ain't no big fish. Matter of fact, he's already up there at the water surface. Looks like a channel cat, guys. I believe it is. A little old Chanel. He's already at the surface. I'm gonna ski him in here, guys. Let's go over here and get him out of the current. It's either a channel or a flathead. I'm pretty sure it's a channel cat though, and that's all right, because we're looking for eaters today, and by golly, that's an eater. Turn the trolling motor off. No, you know what? No, that's a channel. I thought it might be a flathead. Definitely is a channel cat. Big channel cat too. Big male. Dark. That whisker seeker rig did the trick, guys. Get away from this pylon here. Oh, channels are mean. We'll do a little channel versus blue cat. There we go, guys. Whoop. This guy's been on a trot line or something somewhere. Fish number 3. Well, come on, open up your mouth, you old rascal. It'll be over in just a minute if you'll cooperate. There we go, guys. Fish number 3. I'm gonna put him in the box and head to the house. That's gonna give us plenty of fillets. We'll fry some up and I'm gonna smoke some, guys. Guys, well, I've had a phenomenal morning and I succeeded in doing exactly what I come out here for. I downsized everything, smaller rigs, smaller baits, and caught me some fish to put in the box and to put in my belly. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna fillet these cats out. They're all under 10 pounds. I don't have any problems with people keeping fish. By all means, that's what God put them on this earth for, to feed us. And I've got a rule, I don't keep anything over 10 pounds because when I'm trophy hunting, they're my babies. I like to put them back and let them pass them big jeans on. But guys, you know, keep a few fish, clean a few, keep them in you, put them in your belly like God intended. I want to thank you folks for watching this episode of Bobcat Outdoors. And if you hadn't already, please click that subscribe button, like this video, share it out, and tell your friends about my channel, guys. It helps me grow the channel. And guys, as always, Jesus loves you, I love you, and I hope you have a blessed day. Thanks for watching, guys. Guys, I got a pretty unique way of starting my charcoal. I take some used paper towels or some fresh ones and dip it in a little bit of bacon grease or beef fat. This is all renderings I've drained off my burger and whatever. And I put it in an old coffee can with some holes punched in the bottom of it. I got my charcoal in my chimney starter, and I'm simply gonna set it ablaze. And that them paper towels act as a wick, and that beef fat, those fat renderings will burn a lot longer than just a paper towel will by itself and get that charcoal a lot hotter. So I'm gonna take and get this started while I fillet some fish. We'll start with old Chanel here. First thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna trim these pectoral fins up so they don't get in my way when I'm filleting. So I'm gonna take my snippers and I'm gonna snip them right off. Both sides. Now he'll lay down nice and flat. Gonna find his rib cage, guys, which is right there where his rib cage starts and goes all the way down to there. I'm gonna make a cut kind of even with this pectoral fin and at an angle down to his I'm gonna go all the way down the backbone with it, guys. And cut the fillet all the way off. Just like that. I start right here. There's a little bit of meat right in here you lose, but I'm not too much. A little bit of meat right in here you lose, but that's a nice clean cut. And I'm gonna go flip him over and do the same thing on the opposite side. And cut him all the way down to the anal fin. I might have got a couple of them rib bones, but that's okay. I'm gonna cut the fillet all the way off. I'm gonna take carcass, throw it in the cooler. And I'm gonna start in the middle of the fillet. I'm gonna fillet half off this way, flip it around, and I'm gonna get that knife wet. It glides through the fish easier. The knife wet. I'm gonna start right here in the middle of the fillet. I'm gonna cut all the way down, float that blade just above the skin, leaving that muscle meat on the skin. Put that in the ice. I'll flip it around. Start right here. Do the same thing down this side. My knife blade's a little bit dull. That's okay. And get some of that, I'm gonna skim that muscle meat off of there, that red meat. That's what tastes bad, is that red meat. If you can get some of that off there, you're doing good. And this channel cat, I'm gonna fry him up. So I'm gonna kind of chunk him up into smaller bite-sized pieces. Do the same thing with this fillet. Clean a little bit of that red meat off of there, because it tastes bad. And if you want to cut all that red meat out of there, you can actually split this fillet in two, angling my knife kind of inward, and you can get almost all of that red meat off. And you just throw that little strip of muscle meat out, and then you got two nice clean fillets to cook. What I'll probably do is smoke this fat section right here and then fry the thin section. So I'll put the thinner pieces, I'll fry them, and then these fatter sections right here I'll quarter up and smoke them. We'll smoke these fat pieces. I'm not going to film the filleting of these other two. Just wanted to show you kind of how I fillet catfish. I could go back and get some of that meat I left, but I don't worry about that. All right, guys, now that I got my coals nice and hot, I'm going to take some of them out of here and get my smoker started. I'm just using old Weber kettle with the snake method, and I got some applewood chips on here. And I'm going to take about 4 or 5 coals and put them at the head of the snake, and get her started and put the lid on it. The rest of these guys, I'm going to grill me a steak for lunch. Put the lid on my smoker and get it up to temp. I want it to smoke at about 250 degrees, guys. And I know it's going to get up to about 250 degrees if I've got it cracked a little bit. So I'm going to let that get up to temperature. Then I'm going to grill me a steak, guys. We'll let that grate get nice and hot. I'm going to go in here and get my steak. I am a carnivore. I'm going to put a little bit of steak seasoning on there. I don't have anything against using some steak seasoning. We'll season it up with a little bit of steak seasoning from Aldi. We'll pat that in real good. And we'll go out here and drop this rascal on the grill. $12 ribeye. Shame what meat costs nowadays. Like I said, these big pieces, I'm gonna smoke them. The thicker pieces, clean all the blood off of them, make sure I don't have any bones on them. Get them nice and clean. Thicker pieces are gonna be, and thinner pieces like that, I'm gonna cut those up and fry them in some animal fat. Keep your water nice and cold when you're handling fresh fish. I've got them, you seen me fill this with ice. So there's a piece of channel cat. Channel cat, something in their diet, some kind of algae or something, a lot of times they'll have a yellow tinge to the meat. Blues will have whiter meat. There's another fryer. That's probably a fryer. Piece of channel cat. Yeah, that steak's looking right. It's done. I'm gonna go get me a pan and get it off of there. Yeah, that's probably a little overcooked. She's nice and pink inside though. Give it another second or two. Ah, she's good. I'll take it in the house and let it rest. Then have me some lunch. We'll take all my little fryer bits and cut them up and put them in a Ziploc baggie until I'm ready to fry them. I'll take and cut that red meat out of there. Got a regular fillet knife now. There's a couple bite-sized fryers. I'll probably fry that one whole. I'll take this one and cut it up into smaller pieces. That cold ice water firms them fillets right up, guys. Lets you work with them a whole lot easier. I try to cut them at a uniform size so they all kindly cook at the same rate. So I'm going to take my pieces that I'm going to smoke. I'm going to put them on a paper towel and pat them dry just to get some of the excess water off of them. Then I'll season them and we'll put them on the smoker, guys. So I'm just going to lay these out, the thicker pieces that I chose to smoke. We'll lay them out and let them pat them dry with another paper towel. We're going to season them, pat them dry, and get them as dry as we can. And I'm going to sprinkle a little salt on them to help them dry off. A little coarse sea salt. That'll help draw even more of the moisture out of them. Kind of what I consider a good first step to smoking any kind of fish is get that moisture out of it. All right, let's I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator while I eat my steak. Dear Lord in heaven, thank you for this food I'm about to receive. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. A little big for a steak knife, guys, but it'll work. Perfect, look at that. Nice and red and juicy. Delicious, guys. All right, guys, now that I've finished my dinner, we'll take these catfish fillets and I'm gonna put them in the Ziploc baggie. I've already put some salt in there with them, and I'm just gonna do a real redneck seasoning using some soy sauce. I don't really have any smoking. I don't really have any rub, so we're just gonna make do with what we got. It's totally unprepared. But I'm just gonna take some soy sauce and a little steak seasoning, some garlic powder. I don't want a sweet brine or a sweet seasoning anyways. I want savory. And I'm gonna take some steak seasoning with some onion, garlic, and celery powder just to give this a little bit of additional flavor. And I'm gonna put this in a bag and I'm gonna mix it all up. Again, I don't want any sugar in here. Put a little garlic powder in there, some salt. I'll get carried away with it. Put them in a Ziploc bag and I'm gonna just mix them all around, guys. And let's give them a little soy flavor and a little garlic, salt, pepper. Smells delicious. Turn my digital thermometer on and the green wire. So I've got my green probe and I'm gonna simply stick it down through one of the holes, and I'm gonna test the inside temperature of my smoker to see if it's up to snuff. Like I said, I'm looking for 250 degrees. So when I see 250 degrees on that this rising on the old Inkbird, when I see 250, I'll put my fillets on. Guys, I've got a little bit of some beef fat and some bacon grease here, and I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna smear it on this cheap Walmart tray that you put on the grill from Walmart. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on the grill grate and put my fillets on it, so if they start flaking apart as I cook them, they don't fall through into the fire, because I don't want to lose none of this juicy goodness. So I'm just gonna take them. Plus I can move this grill grate around and move this grill grate around instead of having to move the whole thing around. So I got my nice thick fillets seasoned now with some simple, nothing fancy, no catfish fillets, soy sauce and some salt and pepper and a little steak seasoning, and got them on my greased up grate, and that's what I'm gonna put on my smoker. Covered that aluminum piece with some bacon grease, just so my fillets wouldn't stick to it. And then when that smoker gets up to temp, I'm gonna take it out there and put them on. Guys, we're gonna smoke these fillets at 180 to 225 for 45 minutes to an hour. We're gonna check them at 45 minutes for an internal temperature of 145 degrees. And if they're 145, we can pull them. We're probably at 30 minutes. We'll rotate the tray around so that if there's any uneven heating, we get a good heat on both sides. So I'll check these fillets again at 30 minutes and flip them if need be, or turn the tray around. All right, y'all, while I'm waiting on the fillets to smoke, I'm going to I've got the oil heated up to 350 degrees. What I'm gonna do is take some of these pork rinds, these Max pork rinds that I bought a while ago, and I'm gonna put them in a food processor, or in this case, the magic bullet, and I'm gonna turn them into some panko crust. I don't know if this will work or not, but we're gonna try it. Close them pork rinds up in here. We got a food processor. This was the first thing I come to, so I'm gonna try it and see. Let's get her on grinding mode. I'd say the food processor would do a little better job, but I don't know, that did pretty good. It definitely did a fine job of cutting them up. I'm just gonna cook a few pieces just to try it out, you know what I mean? Put my panko in there, make sure I get all that good, delicious pork skin crumbs out of there. Put the old NutriBullet beside. I'm gonna mix up an egg wash and get my oil up to about 350 degrees. I've never done this before, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Just gonna crack me a couple of eggs in a bowl, and I'm gonna whisk them up. We'll stick that in there and whisk these eggs up. I could just do it the old-fashioned way with a fork, but that looks like it's more fun, don't it? So we're gonna blend the yolks and the whites together. I'm gonna sling them out of the bowl. You know, I believe I could do a better job with a fork. There we go, she's blended now. We got her blended now. We're gonna blend them. Dana's not home, so I can mess up the kitchen and I won't have her fussing at me. All right, we got our eggs blended well. Yeah, we got our oil nice and hot. We'll pat dry these little nuggets off here a little bit. Get them dried up. Takes a lot of paper towels to cook the way I do. That's all I'm gonna cook for right now. But I'm gonna pat them off nice and dry. Let's give her a shot. We'll take a little egg wash and get most of that off, and then we'll go into my panko, give it a little tap 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 in the panko, and I'm gonna set it aside and grab another fillet, do a little egg wash, little panko, tap tap. I'm gonna drop 3 pieces, guys, just to got that oil hot. And I always start with the thickest piece. I'm gonna lay that down in there, and lay his brother right there, lay his cousin right there in that 350 degree beef tallow. She's bubbling up good. Let me get my spatula ready. Looking good, guys. She's browning up good. First time trying this. We'll see. Don't want to overcook fish. I got me 3 more nuggets ready to go in the grease after that comes out. I'm going to check the oil temperature again. And once you hear these things stop sizzling, you know they're just about ready. That's looking pretty righteous. Oh yeah. That's ready to go, guys. That's looking pretty doggone good right there. Old catfish nuggets. Look at that. It's looking good. I tell you guys, that ain't bad. That fish was just swimming 2 hours ago. That's pretty good. I'm gonna lie. Little sea salt on it. That's 100% carnivore fried fish right there. All right, guys, that was 3 minutes. We don't want to overcook it, so we'll go ahead and take them out of here and drain them on a paper towel. They look hot and delicious, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let that oil cool down and the tallow cool down and strain it off a little bit. While these are still hot, I'm gonna sprinkle a little salt on them and clean up my mess. Guys, we're gonna give these catfish fillets a little turn. We're gonna turn the whole pan around. That's why I like having them on this pan, just to turn them around and get some even smoke on them, guys. All right, y'all, let's plate this up a couple pieces of this smoked catfish and give her a try. I'm gonna have to find a couple of pieces that are loose. Here's a small piece. The rest of them I'm gonna have to gently work them loose from the coating the tin with those little smoking trays with bacon fat or lard or beef tallow. Help keep them from sticking a little bit. Get me a fork. I ain't gonna put any salt or anything on them because I salted them pretty good. There we go, guys. It's still got a little layer of moisture on it. Doesn't feel dried out too much. We'll give this an old taste test. There we go. Ooh, sorry, camera. Oh. Start out with a little piece right here. Let's open that up. It's still pretty doggone moist inside. It's very good, very tasty. It's not dried out at all like I thought it would be, because it took about 2.5 hours to smoke it, but I had a little bit of a problem controlling my temperature. I was hovering somewhere between 180 and 220. I like to have a steady temperature of 250, but I didn't set the coals up right, and fought with the dampers the whole time. We had some wind too. If you know anything about smoking, smoke always is affected by the wind. It's very good. It's not dry at all. Break it open. Beautiful white flaky. All I seasoned this with was some soy sauce and some steak seasoning and just a little bit of table salt. That's all is in it. I'm gonna put a little garlic powder on there too, but man, that's good. That's really good. It's got a good, I used applewood chip, so it's got a real good appley flavor to it. If you've ever smoked anything with applewood. It's got a nice crust on the outside. Well, guys, I'm not gonna eat that last piece, but I already filmed the outro on the water, but you know, the Lord always provides for us. All we gotta do is be willing to go out and get it. And he certainly provided a couple meals for me today. I finished smoking this catfish about, I guess 4 hours out of the, actually I had the fried catfish for lunch along with a steak. Yeah, look at that, guys. I gotta quit eating it. But yeah, the Lord's provision was great today. It took me approximately 2.5 hours to catch 3 fish. I brought them home, prepared the coals for the smoker, filleted them up, fried a few. There you go, world. This don't have no seasoning on it. You can have that bit. Gotta give my pupper dog a bite. But yeah, that's good stuff, guys. And if you don't mind, seriously, earnestly, please subscribe to my channel. Like this video, share it out, click that bell so you receive notifications. And I don't do a lot of catching cooks, but I do enjoy them. Sometimes I feel like the videos are too long when I do them. You may think this video is too long, but hey, if you don't make it this far, that's fine. But if you do make it this far, drop a comment down there for me. Let me know what you think about the videos. Let me know if you want me to do more catching cooks. Like I said, I do enjoy them, and you can look at me and certainly tell I enjoy eating. And the way that I prepared these 3 catfish today are some of the most healthy ways and have been around for centuries. Smoking meat, cooking meat in animal fat, like we did, is so much more healthy for you than frying in vegetable oils or whatever other method you might use to prepare fish. Just healthy and delicious. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a blessed day. Love y'all.